Today marks a very exciting day. Today, so I think is it like the 28th of September? 28th of September, back in 2010, I uploaded my first ever YouTube video. How crazy that it's like coincided to be on a Sunday again. I was like, it's too good. It's too good to miss. I have to upload a video today. It's been 15 years since I uploaded my first ever YouTube video. And since that date, I have uploaded, don't mind me just getting my laptop out to check, over 1,100 videos. That is crazy. That is absolutely wild. And I was like, what do I do for this video? Like, how do I kind of mark this occasion? I was like, you know what? I think like a chatty get ready with me could be a fun one, because it is quite fun to like look back at exact moments in time and see like exactly the skincare products you were using, exactly the makeup you were using, like how you were doing it, like what was different. Because sometimes I look back and I'm like, damn, my makeup looked good at that point. And I need to like remember what I was like doing at that point. So we're just gonna chat. I'm gonna get ready because this is true. It's not true. I just woke up like this because I did take my hair down and give it a little fluff. And then I had a few like stray eyebrows that needed removing. But yeah, I'm so excited. I can't believe it's been 15 years. And when I look back, like my first ever video, I'll put like a little clip here.
Hi guys, just thought I would show you some bits that I picked up in Sephora when I was in Paris. Check out the bag. So I picked up one of the Sephora like beauty blender style things. And the second thing was this brush. Then I picked up 2 foundations. Oops, don't really need 2, but oh well. I was just so excited to see Makeup Forever because obviously we don't have anything like that in the UK. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.
If you have been here since then, like you are an OG. Like 1.1 thousand videos behind OG. It has been watched 30,000 times. Oh my gosh, that's definitely like not all at the time, because I remember at the time uploading it and within 24 hours I think I had like 100 subscribers, because people were coming from my original blog, which I'd started in the March, and then I uploaded this video in September. So I already had like a few followers on my blog. Viviana Does Makeup, who remembers those days? And then I think I made a video that might since have been deleted the next day being like, thank you for my 100 subscribers, or maybe it's 100 views. I don't know, it was just such a different time. I uploaded that and filmed it on the floor of my university bedroom when none of my housemates were in, because I was too embarrassed to do it when like anyone was in the house. In one take, like my first perhaps even maybe like year of YouTube videos were all in one take, because I didn't know how to edit. It was like off this little tiny bright pink camera that I would take with me on nights out. Like I was the designated like picture photographer on the night out. You know, you'd come back and then you'd upload them all onto Facebook, you'd tag everybody, you'd write captions under each post. I feel like if you did the stats of like the people who were that person in the friendship group who now do what I do at this age, it would be quite high, because I feel like we were doing this before we even knew it was this, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I had this little bright pink camera that I would like set up on a variety of like cereal boxes, because I didn't have a tripod. I'd set it up and then I'd have to do it in one take, and if I flubbed and like messed up, I'd have to go back and just restart the video again. What a time, it was a simpler time. And then since then, it's just crazy to think of like all the different phases. I should be getting ready, like we've got lots of time to chat, but it's crazy to think of all the different phases. I'll get into those as I actually get ready, but I need to jump in the shower. I'm not going to do my hair today. I did my hair yesterday, but it is looking like, I don't know, we need to do something with it. I might add a few more curls in, or like re-water it down, kind of show you how I like re-zhuzh it. It's looking a bit dry, so yeah, we will sort that out. But let me jump in the shower. I probably should fake tan today. I don't know if I can be arsed. Let's see. Okay, I'm fresh out the shower. I was like, boom, right, camera back on. Which in the shower, you know this is what I'm loving. Let me hop back in to retrieve it for you. The La Roche-Posay Lipikar AP Plus. Like, oh, let's let this out. This is so good. If you've got psoriasis like I have, I feel like it's kind of coming. Definitely got a bit on my shoulder right now. My elbows are always a little bit psoriasis-y. This is so good for like dry skin, anything like that. It's the only one that I use. I mean, I love like the, what's it called? The L'Occitane like almond oil is lush, but like I just need something that is like unfragranced, very simple. But this gives a nice lather at the same time, so I still feel like I'm getting like a luxury experience with this. And then I usually have it on like a mitt and do like and give myself a good old scrub, so it's great. And then let's do cleanser. Oh, cleanser, I'm just into this. Again, Roche-Posay Toluene Dermo Cleanser. Sorry, the shower just pretending it's still going. I do 2 pumps and I just go over like once in the morning, and then I go 2 pumps and like wash it off, and then another 2 pumps and wash it off. I do like a double cleanse with the same product. I mean, I feel like that's not really the point. You're supposed to use like water-based and oil-based, but I just like this one. It doesn't break me out. It's very simple and it's pretty reasonable to buy like the big massive one. I buy the big massive one on Look Fantastic because it's just huge and there's normally money off, and I buy like 3 at a time because I love it that much. It doesn't really foam or like do anything on the skin. It's kind of creamy. And then I got one of the Beauty Pie flannels. I just use a fresh one every day of these. Take it off. Oh, and this is like the thing that wakes you up. We all know this, right? When you take it off, you're just like, oh, okay, I can do today, it's all good. I feel like my skin's getting a little bit textured around here again, so I'm just gonna stick to the basics of my skincare today. I feel like whenever it gets a little bit like flared uppy, then I kind of take it back. I'll show you what my like take it back routine is. It involves an azelaic acid. I've always called it azelaic acid, but I think it's azelaic acid. And it is like prescription based. I'm not sure, I'm not like promoting it. I feel like you're not supposed to like promo prescription based things. But I just went to a dermatologist and she prescribed me this, and it's like 20% azelaic acid, and I just kind of focus it more, make sure my skin's dry, focus it more on the areas where I am more prone to breaking out. It's like on the chin. And then around my nose as well, and then I just take like the leftovers onto my forehead. But yeah, whenever I'm having a bit of a breakouty moment, there's a good Anua, I think it's called, azelaic acid serum. And also I went to go see this facialist the other day. It was like a Summer Fridays facial, and it was Lush with this facialist called Hada. It's actually where I go, well, you saw it in the last vlog. It's where I get to go get my brows done, and then Hada works out of another room and does facials. And I didn't realize she's done like Bella Hadid's like skin prep. Like, wow, like what a treat to get to have a facial with her. And what was she saying? Oh, she was saying there's a really good allies. Sorry, the light today is just like the weather we've been having for September has been very interesting. She was saying there's an Allies of Skin. I think she said it was the silver serum. One of their serums has a lot of azelaic acid in, and she was saying it's really good as well. Then I brush my teeth and give my skin like a bit of a break for like that to sink in. It genuinely looks like I'm filming this on like 4 consecutive days. We have had every season in the time that we have been filming, which is like literally 10 minutes. I tongue scrape. You don't need to watch this, it's gross. Mark saw me doing that the other day and was like, it's so grim, but again, very satisfying. Right, so skincare has had a bit of time to like sink in. Now the sun's back up. Oh my gosh, I can't let this out. Okay. And again, Wheeler Roche-Posay. I buy all these myself, by the way. I just do stock ups every like couple of months on Look Fantastic because it's quick delivery. And like I said, there's normally like 25% off on the app or who knows what. The Cicaplast B5 serum. I was using this before I saw the dermatologist lady, who was, I went to the Justine Hexel clinic, which is over in Arundel of all places. If you're in Sussex, you'll be familiar, right by Arundel Castle, if you fancy a little day out. But yeah, I only went once. They kind of prescribed me some sort of routine for, yeah, when I was feeling super breakouty in this area. And then whenever I kind of feel that like flaring up again, I just go back to what they said this. I was like, oh, I love that serum and I use it already. The Toluene fluid. I will say this is probably my least favorite part of the routine because I use like 2 pumps, but I just go through it really quickly. It's like not the cheapest out of all the products that I use, and I end up like going through like 1 a month. So it's a really nice moisturizer. It's very, I don't know, it's just kind of like basic. It's like a nice kind of gel consistency, very like cooling on skin, but also very moisturizing at the same time. But yeah, like I said, I get to like the end of a month. Oh, you can't see like when you're getting out of it as well. So just one day you just go and nothing comes out. And then I've got the UV Moon SPF 50. Maybe this is my least favorite product. Lols me talking about my least favorite product. I find this is so thin. It's like such a watery consistency that it's a little bit messy, but it's what they suggested. And I mean, it's like a great SPF. I just don't feel like the user experience of this is super nice. So I might try and find another one that agrees with my skin. I've always liked Ultraviolet. I know they've had a few controversies recently with like certain products that they've brought out and their claims. And what's the other ones that I like? Oh, I really want to try this and give this a proper go. It's from Allies of Skin, and it's like a sunless tanner SPF, like a sunscreen. So it's like sunscreen and a tanner in one. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this product feels like it was made for me. So once that is done and my skin is kind of in a good place, I'm definitely going to give that a go. Okay, for body, I'm going to do my body brushing, and I am going to tan today. I managed to find the Gradual, Tan Luxe Gradual, not the big one. I've like never been able to find this again. It like sold out and never came back. But I found the small ones on Amazon for like, I think they were £11 each. Is it £11 or 13? They were basically like half price. So I bought 8 and I will have this tanner. This tanner will last me till like the end of the year basically. I just decant them into this big one just because it's like, it's easier to pump rather than like squirt out. So I'm gonna dry brush. I know you should dry brush before you go into the shower, but sometimes I'm too cold. That's it, I'm too cold. I'm like, I don't want to dry brush right now. So I'll dry brush my body, and then I will put on this tanner, and then I'm using this like very heavy duty antiperspirant, Carp. I don't know, I just like googled it and was like heavy duty antiperspirant for the summer, although I probably could go back to the Glossier now because it's not super sweaty at the moment. But yeah, I will stick some of that on, and then we will reconvene, or maybe I'll do a bit of a, maybe we'll do a perfume over the top, Glossier You, the good old fave. And then let's reconvene RE hair and makeup. Okay, we have options for the hair. We have options of what to do. One option, and this I tend to do more in the summer, is to get out one of those like continuous spray bottles and kind of spray my hair with a bit of water, and that just sort of like reactivates the waves. Like I've got that kind of hair that's like a little bit straighter on top and then like underneath more wavy. So that kind of just reactivates those top layers, and either I leave it to dry naturally or I get my like Dyson diffuser out and just like kind of rough dry it, because having wet hair when it's just not particularly great weather, although the sun is shining now for 3 seconds, so I could do that. But I think what I might do is I'm going to use some of the Roz hair milk after, because I do feel like my hair looks a little bit parched, and then I'm just going to use this as like kind of super wide tooth comb. I'm going to kind of brush through my hair sort of with my fingers or the comb where needed, just to get any kind of big tangles out. What I should have done was sleep with my hair in a plait, or like 2 pigtail plaits. I feel like that is the best way for making it look averagely okay the next morning. But I don't know about you, what is in the air at the moment? Is it because we're all entering like hibernation mode? We're like slowly going into hibernation mode, but I cannot stop falling asleep at like a ridiculously early time. We were watching Only Murders in the Building last night, and I basically fell asleep during that, and then like got up, brushed my teeth, like took my makeup off, and then basically went back to sleep. I think it was 8:30. My Oura Ring thought that I fell asleep at 6:30 last night because I was like that relaxed in the evening. So I didn't have time to do my usual pigtail trick, but what I might do is, normally when I curl my hair, I normally like split it into 2 and do like a bottom layer, top layer. But I think where I just kind of want to be super quick with this, it's just day 2, it's day 2 hair, it's day 2 hair. I just kind of want to curl like more of the front bits. So I might do that like really short bit at the front. I try and curl this for literally like 2 seconds because I really don't want it to be like overly curly. I just want it to be like subtly wavy like that. I did have my hair up in a ponytail this weekend, but I like never really have my hair, unless it's like the evening, like post, I don't know, 6 o'clock, my hair is up on my head in a big old bun, you know? B.O.B, big old bun. But my hair was like actually up in a ponytail. I think it was Saturday, and I didn't realise, but oh gosh, got a bit stuck then, it's all good. My hair, like at the front, I had like have like little wispy bits growing in, which is exciting. I wonder if it's those, I mean, people do say good things about, is it the JS Health hair vitamins? Like I bought them because someone had said that they were good, so maybe it's those. I am on my 3rd month of them, I think, but I was like, oh, like some baby hairs we love, because I feel like my hair is just slowly thinning. Like it's no, I can no longer, like past 4, I can no longer say like, oh, it's my postpartum hair loss. It just kind of feels like it never got back to like its full thickness. So yeah, that's kind of exciting. This is gonna look a bit crap and a bit like fluffy and a bit frizzy, and like that's okay. It's not gonna look perfect just yet, I'm just kind of grabbing like random bits and like sticking in a little bit of a wave. Cool, okay, that's just like this side done, this side not. That's like where I want it to go. And this is the GHD super thin wand, which looks really scary, but because it's super thin, you can take kind of chunky bits around it. Okay, I feel like we are equally waved, kind of, on each side. And now I'm just gonna go in with that, like I said, the Roz Milk Hair Serum. I bought this a year ago in New York and I've still only used half. It really is like a less is more. I just take one teeny tiny little pump and then kind of work it more through the ends first and then bring it up a little bit to the roots because it is a little bit fluffy up here. But that is just gonna add a bit of shine and like calm things down and stop it looking so frizzy. But I think for like day 2, I'll take that. Okay, let's do my makeup. I've got the makeup bag I spoke about in the last video with a few changes. I don't know what came over me the other night, but the other night I was like, I want to clear out my makeup drawer. You know, it just comes over you where you're just like, oh, I need to have a little, I needed to curate, I needed to edit. So I had there wasn't actually that much that I got rid of, but I just wanted to like, I rejigged a few things in here slightly. And I am just at a point in my life where I am wearing the same makeup day in, day out, pretty much. I know what I like. I try new things. Sorry, we will talk through as we go. I try new things occasionally, but for the most part, the things that I'm using, I mean, yeah, there is actually a few new things in here, but a lot of the things that I'm using are things I've been using for a very, very long time. So this is the Westman Atelier Suntone Drops, which, you know, I've done the spiel before. They look bad before they look good. just hang fire a second. So yeah, I went through and I refined and I just feel super happy with my makeup collection. I would do an updated one, but I think I did one like semi-recently. And like I said, I probably got rid of like 6 things, but it just made me feel a little bit more at peace with what was in there. And it's always nice to kind of rejig a few things in here. I was like, well, there's a few things I like want to switch around and like change around. So that was Westman Atelier. This is Lisa Eldridge. I will link everything down below, but now I'm gonna get chit chatty because I was thinking the other day, like 15 years, some things are the same. My husband, although obviously, you know, my boyfriend at the time, we were together then, like he's still around now. He is the greatest thing along with Ralph, as you guys know. So that aspect of my life is the same. The long hair was there. It went, it returned. Like I'm like, I don't know if I've got a bob in me, guys. I don't know if I could do the bob again. The eyebrows are very different. If you go back to that first video, the eyebrows are practically non-existent. Let's please remind ourselves, it was 2010. We hadn't had our like Cara Delevingne moment yet. I hadn't had my eyebrow regrowth journey yet. So yeah, they were gone and now they're back. And actually it's funny because in that video, I was just looking at it and I was like, oh, I wonder if any of these products that I bought in Sephora for my 21st birthday when I went to Paris with Mark, which was like the coolest thing. I had such a good time. I'm like, oh, I wonder if any of these products are still available. The answer is no. Guerlain Lingerie Depot no longer exists in that form. I think it's like a slightly different foundation. Makeup Forever HD doesn't exist in that form. It's slightly different. The Makeup Forever Smoky Lash, again, like there's a slightly different one out. I was like, oh my gosh, none of these things remain. My love for leopard print, there's like leopard print pillows in the background in that video. My love for leopard print still remains. But ultimately, I was 21 when I uploaded that video. I am now recently just turned 36. Although I told someone the other day that I was 37 and I was still 35 at the time. I don't know what came over me. And then I was telling a friend, I was like, I just said this morning that I was 37. And they were like, Anna, you just added like 2 years onto your age. I was like, oh, I've got to that age where I'm just a bit confused. Am I 35? Am I 37? No, I have recently turned 36, which was really fun. It does feel like an interesting age. I definitely feel like something happens in your year of 35 where like everything just kind of changes a bit, like your body changes. Like I'd looked in the mirror and I was like, okay, cellulite. If anyone else is in the same boat, it feels like 35 was a switch for just like certain things in my body. It's truly a privilege to grow older. Do you know what I mean? It really, really is. And every now and again, that's like brought home in like the most horrific, emotional, traumatic, horrible way. So I do feel truly grateful to be 35, to be surrounded by Mark and Ralph and have my family and have my home. I feel so grateful for that. And I feel so grateful for this. I feel so, I mean, it is quite funny now Ralph is like getting older to kind of like his understanding of what we do. Like his understanding of what we do is very sweet. Like, how do you explain to a small child what we do? You know, it's a tricky one to get your head around. I mean, lots of age groups, how do I explain what I do to many age groups out there? But I am so grateful. I am so grateful for this. And that's one thing I think, if I had told my 21-year-old self and been like, in 15 years time, you will still have this YouTube channel. You will still be uploading videos to this YouTube channel. And it will somehow, in this very weird roundabout way, be your career, your job, your business. I mean, I don't think in 2010 it was a thing in that way. I don't think people were really doing it as a job in that way. I'm not sure YouTube even had monetization then. I'm not sure they did. Like, it just wasn't a thing. It was truly a hobby. I really just thought, I love doing this. Like, even pre-Vivian Does Makeup, I'd started a blog before, Confessions of a Makeup-aholic or something like that. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I had like uploaded a picture of like my makeup bag and everything inside. Musings of a Muse, like who remembers that? That blog, like I'd been very inspired by that. Like I'd had AOL chat rooms dedicated to like beauty and fashion and boys, and like I'd kind of always been like playing in this space that kind of didn't really fully exist, and especially not like it exists now. So it is so funny that I like ended up doing this. Like I was making magazines. Like if I look back at the things that my mum has kept from like when we were younger, like I was like writing Top of the Pops magazine like on A4 paper to myself. Like I've just always been interested in that like intersection of like journalism and writing and sharing news, sharing thoughts, and like fashion and beauty and lifestyle and all those things like since I was a child. So it truly is a dream to be doing this and to still be doing it 15 years later, like 15 years after I started my blog, 15 years after I started my YouTube. I genuinely can't believe it. And like at the time of me uploading my first ever YouTube, I was a uni student. I was at University of Nottingham doing psychology, and like everyone was, I think that have been in my final year? I can't remember. I think I started my blog, because I started my blog in my second year in the March, and then by the time I started the YouTube video, it would have been in my final year. Yeah, so it would have been my final year, and people were like applying to grad schemes, and I remember having like the Boots grad scheme. I remember like talking to my dad about it, and I was like, I just want to work for a company that I like really love. I really wanted to be in the HR department of Mac. That was like my dream job. I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do like HR, like I kind of thought I'd be in like the HR world. I didn't realize that like the world of writing, the world of like online, well, the world of online content creation wasn't a thing. But I was like, in a dream world, I would have been gone down the journalist route, but I just didn't really realize that was like something that I could do. I didn't feel like I had the qualifications to do that. So I did psychology and went down the more like HRE route with things. And I was like, I just want to work for a brand that I really, really love. And yeah, it was Mac. I was like, I want to work for Mac, I want to work for Boots. And I remember having the Boots graduate scheme like application up on my laptop, and I like never finished it. I don't know, it didn't feel right for me. Sorry, this is just to interrupt. This is the Merit Flush Balm, and they came out with like a mini Flush Balm set for Christmas, and they've got a new color in it called Redo. It's definitely not that. Redo. REDUX. That's definitely not the way to describe it. I think it looks quite like Fox. They're calling it like a warm tinged pink, and I was just like, that to me looks exactly the same as Fox, but I will just put a little bit on my cheeks now because I am like loving a bit of blush recently, so let's just dab that in. Where did I get to in my story? Oh, well, okay. For Merit, I feel like their stuff is normally like really, what's the word? Let me get my foundation brush out. I feel like for Merit, their stuff is normally very chill in the pigment department, but that was that was quite strong. Okay. So everyone graduated and kind of went off to do different things, and I got a job in a call center because I was just like, I can't not work. Like I have to have money coming in. I want to have a job. So I worked in the world's quietest call center. I was in like 2 weeks of training. And then once we were on the phones and they were expecting this phone line, it was like a phone line about, I don't know, some financial change that was happening to some people's accounts. They were expecting this phone line to be like so busy, like letters went out to people. They're like, this is the phone line to call if you've got any questions. expecting it to be really busy. And I think I worked there for about 4 weeks. I think I answered the phone like twice. I was so quiet. I got to know my co-workers very, very well because we were just chit-chatting all day because yeah, the phone just was never going off. But I mean, gosh, that was so many moons ago now. And I remember when I was there, I would basically spend my time looking on Diary Directory for intern posts basically, and was like, right, I want to work in PR, I want to work in like beauty PR, fashion PR. And when I ended up working for this really small boutique PR agency, they used to do the PR for SkinCeuticals back in the day. I don't think they exist anymore. But I was the intern there for like 3 months, I think, 2 months, 3 months. And I basically got it because of my blog, because I could be like, I really care about this. Like, I really care about beauty. Like, this is my blog. And they like, my blog almost became my portfolio to get that job. And then through there, I got a job at what was then called Boudoir Privé. Who remembers this? This is like really like the beauty boxes, the battle of the beauty boxes. We're talking like early 2010s, like Glossy Box. Was there a box called like Carmine? I just remember it was so like, and it was so funny because they were like so competitive and like really big rivals. They ended up getting bought out by Jolly Box, and I was really lucky when I worked there because I was able to, there was like a little magazine that went into each of the boxes, and I was able to basically like write the magazine that went into each of the boxes. And it was so, I could not believe that. I thought it was like the coolest thing ever because I was basically writing this like mini beauty magazine and like writing little mini features, and it was such a small team. There was like 5 of us that worked there or something, 4 or 5. We were all interns to start with, and then like eventually made it onto paid staff, which was so exciting. It was like my first like paid job in beauty. Short break whilst I cut my eyelashes. And all this time, I still have my blog, I still have my YouTube. I was working 5 days a week up in London and writing my posts on the train there, on the train back. And then at the weekends, I remember I'd have like a bit of a filming session at the weekend and try and film like 1, 2, 3 videos like on a weekend morning. So I had like videos in the bag, like ready to go. I just never gave up. I was just always so consistent with it because it was my baby, because it is like the one true thing that I love to do. Like me and Mark always joke and we're like, one day we'll be retired. And Mark is like, Anna, he's like, you cannot retire. You just love what you do too much. Like, I can't imagine not doing this. I can't imagine not doing it. And I mean, I know that maybe there will be a day, like, will I be 70 and doing this? I don't know. Will I be 70 and YouTube still exists? I don't know. Who knows? But Mark is like, you will just always find a way. He's like, whenever you relax to chill out, he's like, your mind just thinks of the next big thing. He's like, you are addicted to this in the best kind of way. And he's so right. I genuinely just love it. There's a reason why I've always stayed so consistent with it, and that's because it's kind of just what I've always wanted to do. I wasn't making that much money from it at the time at all. It wasn't to do with that. It was literally just, I love the audience, I love the community it's created, I love reading other people's work. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm so in this, I can't imagine being elsewhere. Eventually the beauty box company ended up being bought out by Jolly Box, and like one by one all my like favorite people that worked there kind of left, and the job just wasn't what it used to be. And I ended up getting a job at a startup called What's in My Handbag, and I was able to like negotiate a bit there because by that point my blog had kind of grown a little bit more, and I ended up, I think I was working 3 days a week there and then 2 days a week on my blog. I was earning like a little bit of money through my blog, and I was like, oh, could I just see how this goes for a couple of months? So I did that. I worked with an amazing editor there who really like refined my writing. She was like red pen, like she was a good critic though, do you know what I mean? I really feel like working with her improved. I mean, my writing is still not great. I wouldn't say that it's my greatest strength. Sometimes I feel like I'm really in the zone and I can like write really well, and other times, you know, you just can't. There's like no juice in the tank. But she definitely helped me to like find a voice, refine things, edit myself. Like, she was brilliant at that. By the way, that was the Armani in 22M. I feel like I, for the longest time, kept saying that it was 20M, but it's not. It's 22M I like. And yeah, I did that for maybe like 6 months, 8 months. I can't remember. It's always fun working for a startup because it's so scrappy. Do you know what I mean? You're like doing a bit of everything and constantly pivoting, and like, it was great, but it was kind of always a bit destined to fail. Like they really struggled with like how to monetize it. So I think it no longer exists. And like I ended up leaving, and then like a year later, I think it like no longer came to be. All the people went off to do like amazing, fabulous things elsewhere. It was a really fun team. But I left and just like took the leap. I took the leap after like 8 months to be like, I'm just going to give this whole blog thing a go and just see how it goes. Mark was incredible and was like, I will support you in any way that I can in those like first few months. And I just feel very lucky. Like there's a lot of luck involved in that with like timing, to be honest with you, a huge thing of timing of like when I started my blog, like when it really, this whole online creator thing like ended up really like blowing up and being a bit of a thing. And I just did that. And that was, I think I've done it full time now for 13 years. And I've like never looked back. And I feel so lucky and so grateful and so thankful for that. And you never know when things will change. So I'm just so grateful for like the present moment. And I remember I did a blog post. I'm so bad at like talking and doing my makeup at the same time. How do people do this? You'd think after 15 years, I would be more skilled. This is the Beauty Pie waterproof mascara. I'm just putting it through, and then I'll go through with my spoolie and like work it out. But I remember putting a post live. I think I'd left my job about a year earlier. Like I don't know, I never like to like talk about things like in the moment. I feel like it's a bit of a bad omen, and I don't know, it's quite scary and like vulnerable to like talk about things in the moment when they're actually happening. And so I think I'd worked for myself like exclusively like just doing my blog stuff for about a year, and then I did a blog post about it. And I remember the comments on that post were very mixed, and I get it, like rightly so. It was still quite a leap at the time, and people were saying that I was a bit of a wally for like leaving my job to do this full time. But that job it was a bit precarious. Like it was a startup job. I was only doing it part-time anyway. Like that's the thing, without the full context, it's kind of tricky to know like what was the right decision to do at the time. But yeah, I'm just very grateful for you guys for watching, for still watching all these years later. Very grateful to Mark for like really supporting me and like pushing me to do it and being like, yeah, but now's the time. And obviously now we worked together on this. And again, that was another thing. I think we worked together on this for like a year before I kind of made that like a known thing. And I'm just so grateful for like the flexibility that has given us with our lives, with Ralph. Like, yeah, I'm truly so grateful for this career. And it's funny because there's almost like all that before bit, and then it's like, then I started doing this, and then it's almost like fast forward, like the things that I have done over those years, like podcasts, a book, events, trips, like all like launches. I did like an appointed collab, like so many things. So many things have happened. I almost wish I'd like kept a diary, because like to look back one day would be really cool, because I almost like some things I forget now. I found the other day upstairs like my Cosmopolitan Beauty Blog Award. I won like the best Cosmo Beauty blog in like 2012 or something, I don't know. And it was like a big like picture, and like I remember like, oh my gosh, I've just won this award. Like I got to like take it home to my mum and dad and be like, Mum and Dad, I've like won this award. Like it's just crazy. It is so crazy. Who knows what we'll be doing in like 15 years time. This is the Merit signature lip in Beverly Hills. I kind of put it on and just put it all over, to be honest with you. So this is just a big thank you. A big thank you, and also to say I will sort out, and then like the midst of sorting out, a big giveaway over here, because I feel like you guys are the OGs, aside from my blog, which technically came first, but now that's been like a bit replaced by Substack, right? So this is like the not last man standing, like the longest man standing, you know? And I'd love to say thank you and like give back. So I will sort out big old giveaway for you guys, and it'll be really good, I promise, because you deserve it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There you go. Finally, she's ready. She's ready. I've just got a little bit of shooting to do today, and I just wanted to feel like a little bit fancier than normal, but it's good. We are fresh, we are clean, we are tanned, and we're 15 years old. Well, this is 15 years old. So a big thank you to everyone here, whether you joined last month, whether you joined 15 years ago, whether you joined 10 years ago. Do you remember the bob? Do you remember the university bedroom? Do you remember the twinkly lights in the back of my like childhood bedroom? The London flat, like the other flat we were in Hove, like where we are now. Like Oh my gosh, just so many memories and so many different phases, and I am super grateful for like where I am at in my life right now, and that would not happen without you. So thank you so much for being here. I truly, truly appreciate you. I'll be back hopefully next week with a video, but yeah, I just wanted to do a little like a little special start of the season 16 on here, and I will see you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.